Welcome to the Moffatt-Ladd House. I'm Barbara Ward, the director and curator, and I'm here to just give you a little introduction to the house and to tell you some of the interesting stories that we know about the house. I am sitting in the Great Hall of the Moffatt-Ladd House, and this room shows the house as it was decorated about 1820 with the new scenic wallpaper that had been put up in this room about that time. The furnishings are all of the early 19th century, but the story we have to tell here really is about the house and when it was originally built. In about 1760, John Moffatt began to build this great house. It was built with the idea that it would be his son's home. His son was at that point about to return from England, and John Moffatt himself was 70 years old. It was built by master builder Michael Whiddon III. Michael Whiddon had a number of people who helped him, and he mentions in his bill to John Moffatt 11 different workmen who put in time building the house. We have those early views which give us an idea of the house, the grandeur of the house, how it was set out really in the west end of Portsmouth as one of the predominant buildings in this area. It also has a documentation of a bill from Ebenezer Deering, who is the man who did the carving in the house, including the carving of the soffit panel right here with the rosettes on it and all of the architectural details in this room, including all the modillions around the cornice. So that's the Mills family of turners who were responsible for the idea of having a triple arrangement of 3 different kinds of turnings on each stair tread. And this particular staircase really shows off their ability, particularly to do those swash-turned balusters that are required an offset turning on a lathe. When we come into this room, we talk a lot about the architecture of the house and how it was unusual. It's an unusual floor plan. It seems from the physical evidence that they decided on site to create this large hallway that takes up a whole quarter of the downstairs plan. So in fact, it incorporates the space that normally would have been that central hall and the space that normally would have been a parlor room. And then creates this grand staircase which allows for a really impressive entrance into the house. And also was probably used sort of like a ballroom. And so I think it was really probably intended to be a large space for entertaining, as well as literally to knock your socks off when you came in the house because it was so big and open and had such an impressive staircase.